We're here with Marshall Foley, the chair of the NCAA Division I committee, and just wanted to describe a little bit about the events that took place yesterday with regards to the weights of the boats.
Well, we obviously there was early in the day. I had the boat from California's second varsity 8 that came in underweight, and at that point, you know, that was the first boat that had come in underweight, and so, you know, by the rules, if their boat's underweight, they are relegated to the end of that heat, and
right.
So we went through that, and then as the day went on, there were several other boats. There was boats from some of the Division II teams, and then at the end of the day, after the reps, the boat from Washington State came in underweight. And I'll just say that, you know, when it came out with Cal, the first boat, it was you know, it was one boat, and
right.
So you kind of go through that, and then as it went on, became with more boats coming in underweight, it sort of raised some eyebrows, and that's because this is my 4th year on the committee at the championship, and talking to some of the NCAA folks who have been here for more years than that, up to 8 or 9 years, we've never had a boat come in underweight.
Right.
So when it's one, it's kind of like, wow, you know, this is kind of bound to happen sometime maybe. But then when you get 4 in one day after having 0 in 9 years, then it thinks maybe it's something worth taking a look at.
Right.
So when this pattern started to develop, then we went down and basically wanted to look at the scales and just see what's going on, and had the scale, you know, the technician come out, and we looked at it, and I guess the short version is the committee felt that the committee was not satisfied with the integrity of the scales.
Right.
So we decided at that point to go down a decision-making tree, you know, process of going through to, you know, from where we were at that point at the end of the racing yesterday. How could we best move forward in a manner that was fair for all the teams involved?
Right. Okay. Great. Well, the end result was that basically the Cal was given their place in the original place in their heat.
Correct. We seeded them in the semifinal based on their heat time.
Right.
So they obviously still had to race the reps,
right.
Which they came through. So they had an additional race that in theory they shouldn't have raced, but we
right.
seed them based on their heat time in the morning, which gives them a better lane draw, obviously coming directly from the heats than through the reps. So.
Gotcha.
Washington State was not relegated for having the boat underweight. I mean, you know, that was kind of what sparked the whole investigation.
Right.
And then Yale, who is the team that technically would have benefited, you know, had Washington State been relegated, but also, you know, with Cal going into the reps, you know, rather than Michigan State being there's a lot of different things that could have happened, and really in that second varsity 8, Yale is the one team that you know, would have been on the outside looking in, that could lay a claim to being in the semifinals. And so we just felt that in the best interest of everyone, that the fairest thing that gave everyone the fairest opportunity to advance was to expand the second varsity
right.
One in the semifinals to 7 teams, and
right.
and then subsequently the petite final will be 7 teams as well.
Okay. Well, thanks very much for the explanation.
No problem. Happy to do it.
All right.